Every step is getting brighter, we sang. As the golden stairs I climb, every burden's getting lighter, every cloud is silver lined. I wonder, can we say that that's true?
Yes.
I remember when I was a teenager in high school, I went to a hairdresser once, and, well, many times, but... As the golden stairs I climb, every burden's getting lighter, every cloud is silver lined. Say that's true? Thanks, Paul. I remember when I was a teenager in high school, I went to a hairdresser once. Do you need to mute the audio from the YouTube stream, Paul? We'll see.
Turn it off.
Otherwise, we'll turn the speakers off. I went to a hairdresser, and the hairdresser said to me, we were talking about different stuff.
We weren't getting sound to the stream.
Yes.
And people are complaining we can't hear anything. So
Yes.
I have to adjust it.
And the hairdresser said to me,
Just ask them at home, can they hear?
can everyone at home hear me okay? I hope so. The hairdresser said to me, enjoy your time while you're in high school. Life will never be so easy. And I thought, this lady doesn't know what she's talking about. I've got assignments and I've got study I've got to do and this I've got to think about and all this home manual arts projects I had to finish, and I was stressed. And I thought, how can life ever be harder than what it is at the moment? This is the hardest. If I just had a job, I'd just go to work, come home, life would be easy. You know, how hard can that be? And then I left high school and realised that actually that was the easiest time in my life. And I think as time has gone by, sometimes we tend to see a lot of the burdens, the trials around us. But then I point back to the words of this song, does every step get brighter? Does every burden get lighter? Does every cloud have a silver lining? Oh, it's interesting.
It's a matter of attitude.
It's a matter of attitude, and that's exactly the point. I think that often our actual burdens get heavier in life. We become more stressed with this thing or that thing, but we become more capable of looking to the blessings, deliberately looking to the blessings, to encourage us, to lift us up, to motivate us even, all of those kind of things. And I really find that that's quite nice out of that song. I'd like to start our program this afternoon by reading a story. No, here. And this story is called Puppies for Sale. A shop owner placed a sign above his door and said, "Puppies for sale." Signs like that have a way of attracting young children. Soon a young boy appeared under the store owner's sign. "How much are you going to sell the puppies for?" he asked. The store owner replied, "Some are $30, some are more." The boy reached into his pocket and pulled out the change he had in his pocket. He laid it down on the counter and counted it out. $2.37. How much is he going to get for $2.37?
A year?
And not much. But, children have a very simplistic way of looking at things. Oh, I don't need the fanciest puppy, just get a little puppy or something. "Can I take a look at the puppies, please?" He thought, I've put some money on the table, I want to have a look at the puppies. "Well, I'm afraid I can't sell you one of these puppies for $2.37. You'll have to save your money and come back next time when we have more puppies for sale." About that time, the store owner's wife brought out another puppy that had been hidden in the back of the store. It was smaller than the other puppies and had a bad leg. It couldn't stand up very well, and when it walked, it tripped and limped. Immediately, the young boy pointed to the limping puppy and said, "What's wrong with that little dog?" The shop owner explained. The veterinarian had examined the little puppy and discovered it had a problem with its hip socket. It would always limp, and it would always be partly lame. "Oh, I wish I had the money to buy that puppy, exclaimed the boy in excitement. That's the puppy that I would really want to choose. The shop owner said, well, that puppy's not for sale. But if you really want him, I'll give him to you, no charge. So the store owner thought, well, I can't sell this dog. No one's going to want to buy him. He'll give it away if the boy wants to look after him. The young boy got upset. He looked straight into the store owner's eye, pointing his finger and said, I don't want you to give him to me. That little dog is worth every bit as much as the other dogs, and I'll pay full price. In fact, I'll give you $2.37 now and 50 cents a month until I have him paid for. How long would that take? 50 cents a month? That's a couple of years, but it's commitment. The store, you don't want to spend your money on this little dog, son. He will never be able to run and play with you like other puppies. To his surprise, the boy reached down and rolled up the pants of his leg to reveal a badly twisted, crippled left leg. The leg was supported by a big metal brace. He looked up at the store owner and softly replied, I don't run so well myself, and the little puppy will need someone who understands. The man was now biting his bottom lip. Tears welled in his eyes. He smiled and said, Son, I hope and pray that every one of these puppies will have an owner such as you. I found that this story was powerful on a few levels. We all need someone who understands us. In this story, the boy understood the puppy. And the puppy, to some degree, would be able to understand the boy as well. They had a similar problem. They had a disability of sorts. And it got me asking, what determines the value of the puppy? Clearly, the store owner thought the puppy was of no value. He would freely give him away to a good home. But the boy thought, well, that's not fair. The puppy is just as valuable, maybe even more so than any of the others, because the boy would have rather chosen the puppy with the faulty leg than any of the other puppies. What determines the value of any item? I read a few months ago now, I think, there was an auction in Australia here, and they were selling antique cars. And a particular car was sold and set a record for the most valuable or most expensive Australian car ever sold. And it was an early 70s model Performance Falcon, and it sold for just under $2 million. Now, when that car was brand new, it cost about $8,000 or $10,000, something like that. It was a lot of money in that day, but by comparison now, almost $2 million is a huge sum of money. So why is it different in value? What determined its value back then, and what determines its value today? Well, when the item goes up for auction, who determines at what price the item gets sold? Who determines that? Not the auctioneer.
The buyer.
The buyer determines. So if you have a few people that keep putting their hand up, yes, I'll buy it, and the other one says, yes, I'll buy it, and the price keeps going up and up and up until there's only one person left. No one else outbids him. It's sold to the person who bid the highest amount. So the person who is interested in the purchase is the one who determines the value. Well, who determines our value? In 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 19 and 20, it says, what? Know you not that your body is the temple of the Holy Ghost, which is in you, which ye have of God, and ye are not your own? For ye are bought with a price. Therefore glorify God in your body and your spirit, which are God's. We also have been bought with a price. An expensive price? Or a giveaway, a runt, a disabled one of God's creation? And by comparison, compared to all of God's creation, we are so disabled. So disabled. We are worse off than the puppy that couldn't walk. That's how bad off we are. But who determines our value? It's the one who desires to buy. And who was it that desired to buy? In 1 Peter 1 verse 18 and 19 it says, "For as much as ye know that ye were not redeemed with corruptible things, as silver and gold, from your vain conversations received by traditions from your fathers, but we were redeemed with the precious blood of Christ, as of a lamb, without blemish and without spot." So what was the value that was attached to us individually, personally? Was the same value as Jesus' life, as the life of the Son of God, because he would give his life to save one of us. And that is an infinite price. Also in Hebrews 4:15 it says, "For we have not an high priest which cannot be touched with the feelings of our infirmities, but was in all points tempted, like as we are, yet without sin." And I think that really is the part of that story that really hit home for me. That just as the puppy needed someone to understand where the puppy was at, so we need someone to understand where we are at. And that's why Jesus came to this world, to be a human being like us, to go through the same difficulties that we go through, to be tempted by the same temptations that we suffer under, and to be victorious, to show us the way. Now, we have a few items this afternoon, and to begin with, Monica has some Bible facts, an anatomy of the Bible, something to share with us. Thank you, Monica. Just over this side, Monica.
This one.
Yeah.
Everyone, can you hear me? All good? Thank you. Okay. Today I'm going to do something called the anatomy of the Bible. This is to test how much you know about the Bible. How much do you think that you know about your Bible? Okay, how many of you are very confident about your Bible? Just the basic is it. How comfortable are you? Okay.
I want to put my hand up, because if I put my hand up and then I don't know, then...
Yeah, okay, well. Who knows the books of the Bible? Okay. Who knows how many books are in the Bible? Who knows how many books are poetry? How many books are history? How many books are... Okay, we're going to do it slowly. Let's see if we can conquer it, okay? Everyone receive a piece of paper. Maybe at home you have a piece of paper and a pen. I'll give you a couple of minutes to get it, okay? And we're going to see. Okay, this one everyone knows, yes? How many books are in the Bible? Just write down in your book, in your corner of your paper. Just put number one. Number one, how many books in the Bible? Okay. We take it at a point if you say louder. Okay. This one is very easy for the children. How many testaments are in the Bible? For everyone else's, okay? Number two, and just how many testaments? Testament? How many parts are divided the Bible, maybe? How many books form the Old Testament? Okay, you write down in your piece of paper. How many books the Old Testament? And of course, how many books the New Testament? Are we doing at home too? Okay. The next question is, how many people wrote the Bible? Just put a number you don't know. How many people wrote the Bible? Okay? How many people? But the Lord commanded to people to do the job. How many people? I know that the Bible is one and it's what the Lord gave it to us. How many human authors wrote the Bible?
Spirit-inspired prophets to write.
Mm-hmm.
And many prophets wrote the books of the Bible.
How many prophets? And or writers? Maybe writers?
It is all, how many prophets inspired or
Okay.
wrote the Bible?
Okay. Are we okay? Okay. The Bible was written over how many years period? I give you one clue.
It's not as much as you think.
1,500 to. This is a fact. I didn't invent it. From how many years? From how many years to how many years the Bible was written? The clue is 1,500. Is the first.
1,500 to what year number? Isn't it
How many years in between? Between 1,500 to the Bible was written. How many years? Just a guess. Guess. Okay. Something that surprised me. I didn't know either. I want that you write two differences between the Old Testament and the New Testament. Two differences between the Old Testament and the New Testament. Just only two. Could be all valid because they're quite broad. Okay. Okay, how many books are made about the law? The law. How many books in the Bible?
The Torah? Is that what you're talking about?
The law, about law. In the Bible.
Books of the law.
The law is mentioned in all books.
No, the books.
Books that are called books of law.
Ah,
Yeah, so the book is specifically about law.
Mm-hmm.
Legal
Okay.
books.
How many books been written about history in the Bible? Just history.
all of it's history.
Jared, the next one you go out. No, because not all is history. It is and it's not. But we are going to refer strictly to history of Israel in the sense of the prophets born from this year to this year. We'll just put a number, okay? How many major prophets? How many major prophets? And how many minor prophets? Okay?
Oh, lots of guesswork.
Okay.
A lot of guesswork.
Let's see, okay? How many books in the Bible? 66. Very good. How many testaments? Oh, okay. How many books in the Old Testament? How many? 39.
39.
39 in the Old Testament. How many books in the New Testament? 27. Okay. How many people wrote the Bible? 40. 40 people. Okay.
Oh.
Thank you, Brother Paul. I have to see it. Okay. The Bible was written over 1,500 to 2,000 years. 2,000-ish? 2,000-ish years. Okay.
What was your answer?
That is the answer.
That's the same
500
sheet Monica's
years.
reading off.
That's it. Yeah. Okay. What is the difference between the New Testament and the Old Testament? The language could be, yes?
I did exactly what he did, before
Yeah.
Christ and after.
Yes. It's Jesus, isn't it? Okay.
Yes.
And somebody else has another answer? Which one? Can you say loud? Which one you have? Okay. Okay. The Old Testament books of the law. How many? 5? Yes? How many of history? Okay. How many history?
15?
No, it's not 15. Not 15. Somebody else has another number?
I said 13, but suggest.
13. Okay, somebody else? Sorry? Jared is the closest.
Oh, so it's less than 13.
It's 12. 12.
Oh.
Okay. How many of poetry? 5. Mm.
Oh, history is 12. Yeah, I got that for some reason.
Poetry
or other.
5.
And I got 5 for the.
Sorry. Here? Okay. Look at the major prophets. 5. 5 major prophets.
Yes, I got that right.
And 12 minor. Okay. For the next time, I would like that you know which books are law, history, poetry, major prophets, or minor prophets. Do you think that you can do it for the next time?
We'll keep doing
Yes.
the quiz until we get it.
Mm-hmm. We keep the quiz until we get it set. Thank you.
Daniela has a song.
And Benji. Closer.
Go the other way.
It's weird this website. Oh, no, it's not. It's
It's fine. It's fine. You're fine. Are you singing, Daniela? No. Okay. A little bit closer to the.
We're gonna knock.
Thank you very much. And piano has something very, violin has something very magical to it, in my opinion. Yes, and the guitar, of course. Guitar is very nice. In capable hands. Benji's hands are very capable. Now, Joshua and Nora and myself are going to sing a song. If Nora is there, I can't see her. Would you like to come up and sing a song with us, Nora? Yes, please. And Auntie Irene is going to play for us. We picked up, I remember this book when I was a little kid, and I found one somewhere, and Irene found one somewhere as well, and I have two of them now. So we've been going through them and refreshing ourselves on some of them. A lot of them I don't know, but there's some that are very nice. Come, Joshua and Nora, come over here. We're going to sing it over here. When he cometh to make up his jewels, all his jewels, precious jewels, his love and his own. Like the stars of the morning, his bright crown adorning, they shall shine in their beauty, bright gems for his crown. Then he will gather the gems for his kingdom, all the pure ones, all the bright ones, his loved and his own. Like the stars of the morning, his bright crown adorning, they shall shine in their beauty, bright gems for his crown. Little children, who love their Redeemer, all the jewels, precious jewels, his loved and his own. Like the stars of the morning, his bright crown adorning, they shall shine in their beauty, bright gems for his crown. The bright gems for his crown. May we all be a gem not only in his crown, but also a gem shining in this world. That would be very nice. Now I have an animal quiz, which I did have a PowerPoint for. I took some pains yesterday to make a PowerPoint because I thought it might be, because I thought we might be streaming, which we are, and I thought it would be lovely to put a PowerPoint up there, but then I got here and the file is corrupted on the flash drive and I can't read it, and I'm like, oh. Anyway, so I don't know if you all have your bit of paper from before still, and the first couple are a few easy ones which I'm going to reserve for the children. Any of those maybe under 12 or something? To answer first, and if they get stuck, well then anyone can answer. But then when we get to the multiple choice ones, then that's for everyone to write down an answer, and we will go through the answers afterwards. Okay? Yes. Paul has got a photocopy of the page which he was going to see if he can get online for the people that are online.
Does it matter if I show all the questions at once? Or?
That's fine. Yeah. I know that's all you can do, really.
Do we have enough paper?
That's as good as it's going to get, I think.
Is that okay?
It's as good as it's going to get. It's in focus from the projector. If it's hard to read, listen up carefully. If needs be, I'll repeat the question. So the first question, remember the first 5 is some easier ones for the children. So if we can get some hands up from the children, please don't call it out, otherwise the children won't get time to answer it. The first question is, while the Apostle Paul was shipwrecked on the island of Melita, what wild animal did he encounter? What wild animal did the Apostle Paul encounter? Yes? A venomous snake. Very good answer.
What was it?
What was it?
Yeah. Do you know what it was? What
Yes.
Was it?
A snake.
Yes.
It's called a viper.
The Bible says a viper, which is the same as I would have taken snake or serpent. Any of those answers is correct. The second question is, while David was a youth, what type of animals did he kill in order to protect his sheep?
A bear.
Yes, Nora? A bear, yes. A bear is one of them. And what was the other type of animal that he killed to protect his sheep? Joshua?
A lion.
A lion. Very good. The third question, what animal did Samson kill with his bare hands? King of the jungle?
A lion.
Yes. Put your hand up, Nora. Don't call it out. You just put your hand up. I'll see you. Thank you. Yes, it was a lion. What animal was Elisha working with when he was called by Elijah? And how many of the animal? I see you, Nora. I'm going to see there's some other hands up first. Any other ideas from the young uns? Okay, Nora, what animal was Elisha working with? It wasn't a sheep. Good try. What kind of animal was Elisha working with? And how many when Elijah came to call him into the ministry? Okay, any grown-ups? Yes?
It was oxen.
Oxen. And how many? 2. There's a kind of a 2 there, but it's not 2. It's not 4. Yeah, it's 12. Maybe in some translations, I thought it said oxen, but oxen and bullock is the same thing. Now, was it 12?
Yes, definitely 12.
12 oxen? Okay.
12 yoke of
Because
oxen.
the Bible says 12 yoke of oxen, and I wasn't sure whether that meant 12 oxen or 12 yoke with 2 oxen under each yoke. I'm not sure. But
It's 12.
for ploughing, I would have thought even 12 oxen should be plenty to do anything. So, yes. So the next question, these go into some harder questions, animal questions. So write down your answers. Don't call out, this is just to write down the answers, and then when we're finished, we'll go through the answers. Question 6. What animal is not mentioned in the Bible? A.
Hang on, you got 5.
You jumped the 5. Number 5.
Ah, there is one. Sorry. Number 5. What animal did the Israelites make into a golden idol? Joshua knows because we only just had this in our story. Let's see if someone else knows. What animal did the Israelites make into a golden idol? Okay, Joshua, you answer it.
A calf.
A calf, that's right. A young cow. Very good. So question 6. Which of these animals is not mentioned in the Bible? Is it A, apes, B, antelope, C, snail, or D, mole? Which animal is not mentioned in the Bible? Apes, antelope, snail, or mole? And yes, they are deliberately hard.
A mole.
A mole is an animal that burrows underground.
usually blind.
Yes.
A
There are,
mole definitely is in the Bible.
okay, the question 7. Does everyone have an answer? So that was question 6. Which animal is not mentioned in the Bible? Apes, antelope, snail, or mole? We're not answering yet. We're just writing down the answer, and then afterwards we will go through the answers together. Okay? So question 7. Which bird is not mentioned in the Bible? Question 7. Which bird is not mentioned in the Bible? Is it A, swan, B, owl, C, pelican, or D, goose? Goose or geese? Oh, someone thinks it's owl. Okay. Good guess, Nora. Let's see what the answer is at the end. Which bird is not mentioned in the Bible? Is it A, swan, B, owl, C, pelican, or D, goose? Question 8. In which gospel book is Jesus recorded as saying, "Foxes have holes and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath nowhere to lay his head"? In which gospel book did Jesus say that? And for an extra point, what is the chapter of that book? Is it A, Matthew, B, Mark, C, Luke, or D, John? And no looking it up in the Bible. No concordances, searching for words. I know that's so easy nowadays. Defeats the purpose of using our brains. Question 9. To whom did Jesus say, "Be ye wise as serpents and harmless as doves"? This is something very common that we quote. To whom did Jesus say that? Was it A, to the Pharisees, B, to the disciples, C, to the crowd generally whom he was teaching, or D, to one specific man who came to him with a question? To whom did Jesus say, "Be wise as serpents, harmless as doves"? The Pharisees, the disciples, the crowd generally, or one specific man? Question 10. Paul wrote, "Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers." In Deuteronomy, Moses gave instruction to the Israelites that they were not to yoke an ox together with what animal? Specific animal was listed, and it said that the Israelites were not to yoke this animal together with an ox. Was it A, a horse, B, a bullock, C, an ass, or D, a cow? A cow. You think it's a cow? Maybe. We'll find out at the end when we go through the answers. I realise some of these are a little bit of guesswork, and there's quite a few of them that I didn't know the answer to either, but that's all part of going through the quiz. Question 11. Jacob on his deathbed referred to Judah as being like a which animal? Is it A, a lion, B, an ass, C, a roe, or D, a hart? What animal did Jacob liken Judah as? A, lion, B, ass, C, roe, or D, hart? Number 12. How many of Egypt's plagues had to do with an infestation of some type of animal? When the Israelites came out of Egypt under Moses, how many of the plagues had to do with an infestation of an animal? anything that's alive. But it has to be an infestation of the animal. Not just that an animal was harmed in the plague. The plague specifically was an infestation of an animal. Was it A, 2, B, 3, C, 4, or D, 5? How many of the plagues? And question 13. Which of the 12 sons did Jacob call a wolf, saying, in the morning he shall devour the prey, and at night he shall divide the spoil? About which son of Jacob which of the 12 sons did Jacob call a wolf? Was it A, Benjamin, B, Simeon, C, Reuben, or D, Asher? Okay. Question 14. In Micah 1, Micah says he will be mourning like the which animal? Micah says he will be mourning like which animal? Is it A, the she-goat, B, owl, C, buzzard, or D, unicorn? Micah says he will be mourning like the A, she-goat, B, owl, C, buzzard, or D, unicorn. Number 15, there's two more. Question 15, in the Old Testament, which animal was not used to represent Jesus? Which animal was not used to represent Jesus? A, lamb, B, serpent, C, lion, or D, goat? Which animal was never used in the Old Testament to represent Jesus? $16. I don't know if I'm going too fast. Maybe I'm going a bit quick. Thumbs up from down there. 2 thumbs up. Awesome. Okay, question 16. In Isaiah it says, the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. Which of the following animals is not mentioned in the next verse, which is a similar verse? The next similar verse. Is it A, a bear, B, an adder, C, a cow, or D, a lion? Which one of those animals is not mentioned in the next verse in Isaiah? Well, I know we have some very astute Bible students here, so I tried to make this almost as hard as possible. So if you felt like it was really hard, that's okay. It was really hard for me. I struggled through many of those. Okay, what do we have for answers? Question 1. Well, the first couple we did already, but we'll start at question 6. Which of those animals was not mentioned in the Bible? Apes, antelope, snail, or mole? What do we think?
Mole.
Mole is definitely in the Bible, I know that.
What did I hear? Mole is definitely in the Bible, that's true. It wasn't mole. What was the other word I heard? Apes. Apes are in the Bible. Apes were brought to Solomon as a present.
So what else do we have a choice from?
The other two were antelope or snail. Antelope is the right answer. Snails are also mentioned as an unclean animal. They were not to eat snails.
Well, you need to tell the French that.
Yeah. Well. Okay, question 7. Which bird is not mentioned in the Bible? Swan, owl, pelican or goose? What do we think?
Pelican.
Pelican. Pelicans are mentioned? Did I hear goose? Goose is the correct answer. Who was the goose?
It's actually says.
Goose was D, yes.
When does it say pelican? Where's it say
Uh,
pelican in Job?
A word search on your phone will give you a very quick reference. Now you can do it. I don't remember the specific reference, but it's definitely mentioned.
Yes, it's in.
Ah, yes, okay. I will do. I didn't write down the references for each one where they were mentioned, I'm sorry. But pelican definitely is mentioned. What's that?
Mentioned 3 times.
Yeah. Now, this quiz is based on the KJV Bible, King James Version. If people are familiar maybe with a different version, sometimes the exact name for the animal may vary a little bit, so apologies.
Actually, the antelope, it talks about the heart. So
Yes.
the heart is an antelope. So
And that's why I say, well, it's based on one particular version. It can
it also
vary
tells
from
us
version
the
to version.
pelican was unclean.
Yes, okay. Thank you for that, Irene. So question 8. In which gospel book is Jesus recorded as saying foxes have holes and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath nowhere to lay his head? What book is that mentioned in?
I said Matthew, but
Matthew is correct. And Luke? Luke is also correct. It's mentioned in both. And does anyone know what chapters?
Matthew 8, verse 20.
Matthew 8 verse 20 is correct. Well, Matthew 8, I assume the verse 20. I'll take your memory on that. And in Luke, does anyone know what chapter in Luke?
Chapter 9.
It is chapter 9. Very good. Thank you, Murray, for that quick reference.
You look it up?
No.
Is that right?
No.
Okay, question. We'll go on to question 9. Jesus said, "Be wise as serpents and harmless as doves." Who did he say that to? His disciples. B is the correct answer. B, the disciples. Question 10. Paul wrote, "Be not unequally yoked." What instruction did Moses give? Don't yoke an oxen with what animal? The correct answer is an ass. That was C. C, ass, was the correct answer. Don't yoke an oxen together with an ass. Question 11. Jacob on his deathbed referred to Judah as being like a, was it lion, ass, roe or hart? Lion, yes. That's the lion of the tribe of Judah. That's one we're quite familiar with. Question 12. How many of Egypt's plagues had to do with an infestation of some type of animal? I hear 3, I hear 4. I have 4. Do we know what the animals were?
frogs, lice, flies.
Flies and
Well, the cattle
locusts.
had year-round.
No, not the cattle, locusts. There were locusts. So there was 3 in a row, I think, and then there's a few others, and then locusts came later. So the correct answer for that was C, number 4.
Next answer is Benjamin.
Yes, Gary. The next answer is Benjamin. Do you want to just go through them with us?
No.
You can just carry it away. Yeah.
That's the one I got.
So the wolf, Jacob referred to Benjamin as the wolf, saying, "In the morning he shall devour the prey, and at night he shall divide the spoil." Which I would never have guessed that.
He was a very bad boy.
Yes. Yes, he certainly had some character problems. Yeah.
And his whole tribe, that's about
Describes it.
the whole tribe.
There were some issues when they were called to go into war,
Yeah,
and
they
then
did something very
They were
bad.
Problems
warriors,
that came
though.
as well.
The Benjamites were warriors.
with some serious character flaws.
The Apostle Paul came through that tribe.
Yeah, no, it's not a lost cause.
Well, he was a warrior.
Yeah,
No lost cause.
not a lost cause. God can save. God is mighty to save.
It was funny.
But sometimes we make it hard for ourselves, or our past family circumstances make it even harder for us. Okay, so the next question. Benjamin was the correct answer, yes. In Micah 1, Micah says he will be mourning like which animal? A, the she-goat, B, the owl, C, the buzzard, or D, the unicorn? Who said unicorn?
She did. I did.
Okay. Unicorns are mentioned in the Bible, so it's a legitimate answer. Not the right answer for this question, but unfortunately.
It was an owl.
It was an owl. That's correct. In the Old Testament, question 15, which animal was not used to represent Jesus? A, lamb, B, serpent, C, lion, or D, goat?
I think it's goat. But Jesus was never represented as a serpent.
The serpent. Like when he was on the thing and it said as the serpent is raised up. Yeah,
A serpent was lifted up on the pole with Moses. We know the lamb was used. Well, I'll let you know it's a trick question. Actually, they've all been used. The goat on the Day of Atonement was also used to take the sins and was slain on the Day of Atonement. Also represented Jesus. So each one of these did represent Jesus at some time.
In the Old Testament was the lion used?
What's that, sorry, Freddie?
It's in the Old Testament.
In the Old Testament was the lion used to represent Christ?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
David killed
that's a good question, actually. I did not think about that.
In the Old Testament.
I think there is. I think there is. That question was one that I copied from another source. So I'd have to double check. I don't know for sure. But maybe in Isaiah? Is there a reference to him being a lion? Is that in Isaiah?
Yes, but is that in the Old Testament?
Yeah.
I think it's only in the New Testament.
Well, Judah was the lion and Jesus came from Judah, so...
Wasn't the goat the scapegoat though?
There were two goats chosen.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The high priest put the sins on one, or the confessed on one, and it was sacrificed. And then something else was done with the other one, the scapegoat, and was sent out into the wilderness. Yes.
So what's the answer?
The answer is it's a trick question. They were all used to represent Jesus. So I just wanted to see who can pick one out of them and get it wrong. Or to see if someone would say, actually, that's just a trick question. That can't be a valid question.
Isaiah does say,
Yep.
probably unto Ephraim as a lion and as a young lion to the house of Judah.
As prophecy about Jesus?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Thank you for that, Sam.
And the answer is none.
Answer is none. Yes.
That wasn't an option.
No, it wasn't. That's why it was a trick question.
You can coerce stuff.
I was trying to coerce everyone into a wrong answer. Okay, question 16. In Isaiah, it says, the wolf shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down, and the kid and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and the little child shall lead them. Which of the following animals was not mentioned in the next verse? A, the bear, B, the adder, C, the cow, or D, the lion. Adder is our snake. Adder, you think?
No, adder was used.
It's got to be a cow.
Adder was used.
Cow?
I thought it
Okay.
might be the bear.
Bear? I think someone needs to read the text.
The adder was
Let's open up the
definitely
text and read it for us. It is, what is the reference? Isaiah. I don't know if my phone on there. Can someone find the reference and read it for us?
What is it? Isaiah 60 something, is it?
The wolf shall dwell with the lamb and the leopard. I don't know the chapter offhand. I'm sorry. I didn't write it
The wolf
down.
and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and the dust shall eat serpent's meat.
Bear. I thought it was bear that was not.
It is bear. Bullock is the cow.
Read it again.
The serpent and the lion is the bullock.
Read it again, sorry, Deborah.
The wolf and the lamb shall feed together, and the lion shall eat straw like the bullock, and dust shall be the serpent's meat.
Bear.
What chapter?
65:25.
But hold on, there's one in Isaiah 11 verse 7. The cow and the bear shall graze, the young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat.
Yeah, I think that's actually the one that I was
Yeah.
thinking of.
Because that verse up there is the previous one.
Yes.
The wolf
Yeah.
also shall dwell with the lamb and the leopard, etc.
You're right, Murray.
Because I thought the
So,
correct answer was
it's
Adam.
there.
What was the preceding verse, Deborah, in the reference that you read?
Sorry.
It was not that.
It wasn't that? No, okay.
I had it open before.
So
Okay.
where's that found, Mark?
Where was that, Murray?
Isaiah 11 verse 7.
Yes. Thank you for that, Murray.
No, it's not.
Hang on.
It's not in there.
Isn't it
I have.
The one before that verse.
No, the question asks which animal is not mentioned in the next verse after the verse quoted. Yes. So that verse that's quoted, the wolf shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf, and the young lion, and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. In the next verse.
The adder is not in the next verse.
Yes.
The adder is not in the next verse.
The adder is not in the next
In
verse.
this one,
Correct.
and it's 11, Isaiah 11, 6 and 7.
Yes.
Because the
That's
previous
correct.
one is.
The bear is in there. The cow is in there, and the lion is
The
in there.
lion and the ox.
Yes.
What about the axe?
Oh, that's the end of our quiz. I hope that was a little bit of fun for us. A little bit of discussion.
The answer is 25. Which verse are you referring to?
Murray, what was the reference on that verse? Isaiah 11?
Isaiah 11 verse 6, which is up there, verse 7.
Verse 7. Isaiah 11 verses 6 and 7.
But the other one, in Isaiah 65, that does have the, it doesn't have the bear, but it has the adder. The ass. The ass.
But if you have no Bible, you go immediately to
Yeah. All right. Now we have, Sam has a hymn quiz for us. See how well we know our hymns.
It's not very complicated. I'll just quote a few lines from one of the verses. Not the best well-known one, of course. And the idea is that you will then tell me what the title of the song is. You have to work it out. You get extra points if you tell me the number as well.
I can tell you I know none of those numbers in that report.
Yes, but a lot of us here do. Sorry.
Where do the points go?
Well, you just know the knowledge that you've got it right.
Your ego, Jared, your ego.
So let's pick a few lines here. Ye Christian soldiers rise, and press the battle ere the night shall veil the glowing skies. Is it ringing any bells?
Onward Christian soldiers.
No.
Is that it?
That's it?
That's
And
it.
camp along, and camp
That one. Yes.
That's it.
Irene's got it.
379.
379.
Oh,
Where's your phone?
very good. Thanks to the technology. Always handy.
Yes. So, for not knowing, you've done very well. That's awesome. Right, let's try a different one. Okay. He is a kind, compassionate friend. You stop there for a minute. I don't want to
Can you
give
just sing the words like
give
with the
too
melody?
much away. No, that'd be too much of a giveaway. If I but ask him, he will deliver. Make of my troubles quickly an end.
Oh.
Yeah, that's it.
300.
Yes.
Ah, good one.
Which one? So, okay, righto. Yeah, so that was I Must Tell Jesus, and it was number 300. Okay, let's try a different one. This one's probably a little easier, although you've done very well so far. Isn't it amazing how when it's attached to it, when the melody, the words are attached to a melody, you can remember it much quicker.
Yeah.
Okay. Other friends may fail me. I'm sorry? Other friends may fail me. He is still my own.
Everywhere with Jesus, I'm not afraid.
That's the
one, I know
song.
that's the title,
Righto.
not.
So the title is Anywhere with Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Any pointers as to where what number it is?
No. No.
262. 262. Okay, let's try a different one. Okay. Who said to his disciples, I am the living way. And if we meekly... Yeah.
Now start at the beginning of the first verse.
Welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the chorus.
Yeah, don't forget the Sabbath.
Don't forget the Sabbath.
That's it.
Yes. Yes. And where's 157? Yes. Okay, here's an even easier one. The kids should know this one. Don't give it away. He will wash away my sin. Let his little child come in. Any of the kids know this one?
633.
Yes. Jumping the gun here. 633. Yes, Jesus loves me. This I know. Yeah, so that was the second verse, second line. And yeah, 633. Okay, one more. I left for earthly night, for wandering sad and lone.
Wait. Nothing shall void my spirit's song?
No,
Wait, here.
no, that's a different, sorry. Auntie Irene's on the right track with the melody. You were kind of on a different thought strain there. I'll go back a line. Yeah, my Father's house of light, my glory encircled throne. I left for earthly night, for wandering sad and
I
lone.
gave my life for thee.
Yes.
I gave my life for thee.
I gave my life for thee. And the song number? It's very simple. No. Close. No. 222. I gave my life for thee. Oh.
Thank you for that, Sam. Yes, I'm sure we can all agree that some of the best ways to remember something is to put it to music. And when we take the melody out of it, sometimes it's harder to even remember what the song is that we sang. We will now have some favourites from our book here. Does everyone have some? We had some other people come in last minute.
Who came in the last minute? I've got 4 left. Share.
Ray Stanley, Akaton.
Thank you.
Oh. Look over the shoulder of the neighbour.
Do we have enough?
Sorry.
I think there's some more back in the media room.
I
maybe.
made 20. I made 20 something, so.
We'll have a couple of favourites from here, yes?
28.
Number 28. Paul, please mute me while we're singing. Thank you.
Who knows this? Who doesn't know this one? This is a very, very.
Is it far to Canaan? Any other favourites? We'll have a couple of favourites.
Number 26.
Number 26.
We had that one.
We had that one at the
Oh, you already
beginning.
had it.
Yeah.
What about 34?
Helen?
24.
Number 24. Thank you, Helen. Number 24 is My Lord Knows the Way Through the Wilderness. Yes. How does Jesus know the way through the wilderness?
Yes.
He went through the wilderness. That's how.
Which one?
Now, Kelly said a number, but before she did,
You put a hand up.
keep that number. We'll get to that. I heard someone else call out a number beforehand. Did someone else call out a number a while beforehand? Was that you, Monica?
Yes.
Okay, what was your number?
Number 34?
So 34 and then Kelly's 37. Number 34, which is the boat on Galilee.
Children, I want you to sing this one.
I thought it's the
34
the
is
boat on Galilee.
the boat on Galilee.
Now remember to sing softly when the boat rocks softly and sing loudly when it's a stormy season. Hang on.
When Jesus lived on the earth long ago and taught the people him, he went in a boat on the blue Galilee with his disciples there. number 37? 7.
Hornets.
Called hornets.
Yes.
Oh, it's nice.
Yes.
Okay. Did you already sing that one?
No?
too?
No,
No.
I'm just telling Paul to tell the people at home it's called hornets.
It's number 37 in our booklet, called Hornets.
We're going to sing all the verses.
Yes, all the verses. It's a nice story. God sent along we'll have one more from a young person to finish with, and we'll stand to sing it to finish the meeting. One from this book, Nora. Do you know one of the ones from this book?
Yes.
What is it? That's okay. Anyone else got any ideas? A favourite? Yes, Ryder?
32.
What number?
32.
32. Because he lives. We sang that one already. We sang it at the beginning.
36.
36, Murray's called out first. Yeah, that's true. Do we want to sing number 32 again? Yeah, I'll get a thumbs up from Kelly. He wasn't here either. There's quite a few of us that weren't here, so let's sing it. Number 32. Let's stand to sing this one as a closing hymn. And we'll collect our offering after the hymn. God sent his Son, they call him Jesus. He came to love, heal and forgive. He lived and died. people's offering as well. And RJ, would you like to collect up the offering for us, please?
This is number 33. Sing
May the Lord add his blessing to the offerings collected and bless the giver as well. Thank you very much. Now we will close with a prayer, and I'd like to ask Jenny, would you be able to lead us in prayer, please? Thank you.
Father, we come before you, Lord. We give thanks and praise to you and you alone. Thank you, Lord, for this wonderful Sabbath that we're able to come together and give you all the glory that you deserve, Lord. Pray that you be with those who couldn't make it today, be with those who are also discouraged by your word, Lord. Pray that you be with them, help them, and strengthen them, Lord Father. We pray that you be with us in the remaining hours of the Holy Sabbath. We give you all the glory. Pray all these things in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much for everyone for contributing in the afternoon meeting. May the Lord bless the remainder of the Sabbath.